What's good? What's good? Welcome to the stream. We back. But this time we got some shit going on in the community again. And y'all already know I fuck with Ren as a person. You know what I'm saying? Not just as an artist. I fuck with him on a different level. Like, I feel as though, like, the shit that's going on with him right now on the boy KUJOBEATS is out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to touch up on it and see what the fuck is going on. So let's pull the video up. Let me throw this up real quick. Let me know if I should post this clip.
What the fuck is you doing?
Huh?
What is you doing?
I'm recording myself. You gonna do that and post it?
TikTok fucking videos and fucking in the truck while at work.
Dog, you can't even tell I'm at work.
Whatever. You got
can't.
the fucking uniform on.
You can't tell though. Only when I press play, you will know, but alright, let's get into the actual video. Alright. Yo, man, you already know what it is. And if you don't post the video right now, smash out your mind to come to the video and smash that like button, man. Back with another video, man. Back with another banger. But this time we got Ren, man. We're on a live stream, short live stream feed. If you guys missed out, it's all cool. If you're here right now, got like 10 people in here. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen to drop a like on here. Comment on the original video when it drops. Appreciate y'all. Let's get into it and see what is this whole situation with Ren. All right. There. Let's get it. I'm ready.
This is a video that I never ever really wanted to have to make, but it's very important for me that I do. All the time, artists all over the world pour their souls into their work, and that work is tainted by money or greed.
Right.
A lot of you will have been asking me the question why Sick Boi has disappeared now, as well as YouTube on streaming services. It's a video that was very close to me. It's a video that told my story about my health. It's a video that told the story of many other people who have been gaslit by the medical community. It's a story.
This is crazy, bro. Like, that song right there was like one of the biggest songs of his career. And to know that the fact someone could just easily take this shit down is wild. Red Hawk, Green Hawk, what's good? Welcome to the stream. You said, whoa, video, is this the white guy or the black guy's video? This is the black guy's video. This shit looks that good that you don't know who video it is, man. I appreciate that. I'm doing this video on a white guy up here, Ren. He is a artist from the, I want to say UK. I don't want to be wrong, but I think he's an artist from the UK. And he's from, yeah, I think he's from the UK. And he does like this music where it's like about his conditionings and suicidal type music and stuff like that, like healing music. He does it all. He's a great artist, yo. His name is Ren, R-E-N. Check him out, man. Ren makes music. Great guy, man. Great personality. So right now he's been going through the situation with this guy named KUJOBEATS. And the Kojo guy, I think he sold him a beat. He sold him a beat. So he went on BeatStar and he like, all right, I brought the royalties for it, the highest least he possibly could. And the dude's song went #1 in the UK. So now he's snapping. He doing his thing. Like, he's a hip-hop artist. He can sing, but he talk about his medical condition and shit like that. So a lot of people could relate to him. So the song got taken down. He said he didn't really want to come to this, but it happened like that. You feel me? It wasn't supposed to be that type of situation, but it came what it was. So KUJOBEATS said that he take it down. He didn't want to have to do this, but he gonna explain most of it. Thanks for explaining and not getting annoyed at that. I really didn't know. No, it's all good, man. You know, sometimes people could get annoyed. Miss Mama, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Of greed in the music industry, ironically, funnily enough. It's also a song that I poured tens of thousands of pounds into for a music video, for promotion. It was also the leading title of the only #1 album that I've got, so I was very, very proud of it. And we'll no longer have that song, guys. And I want to go into the reasons why. What? Also, I do recommend sticking around to the end of this video, because I've got a very exciting announcement about all of this that relates to all of this right at the end. People who have been following me for a while, they'll know the sort of person I am, they know the principles that I have, and they'll know how I treat other independent artists. So they'll know why it was so important for me to have to make this video. And I want this to be as unbiased as possible. Obviously I'm emotionally affected by it, and that may leak in,
the screen
right?
Like, yo.
But I want to share entire clips of these conversations so there can be no doubt. Also, if Kujo and his girlfriend want to share any more screenshots of other of those conversations, I encourage them to, because I believe that this should all be public knowledge, so there can be no doubt. Rather than taking people's words from it, I would like them just to see transparently what has happened here. To give context for all of this, back in 2022, I buy a beat from BeatStars, right? For anyone who doesn't know, BeatStars is a platform that connects producers to artists who need beats. I do produce most of my own work, but I wanted to find some hip-hop beats for inspiration.
There's nothing wrong with that. What I say, when you go on BeatStar, it shouldn't be no reason behind why somebody is getting sued. Now, if the person didn't get their royalties, it don't come from the artist. It goes to, you know, BeatStar or whoever else is supposed to pay the producer. It's not supposed to come out of what Ren did. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be cool with, like, yo, Ren got one of my beats. He went #1 in the UK. You feel me? Like, that's the way you look at it. But some people are so greedy, or they don't like the situation that they in right now. Like, right now, he probably going through some shit where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he working, like how I'm working. He working and making beats, and he know his beats are good. But at the same time, it's like, damn, Ren is living a life I'm supposed to be living. Like, I should be getting some type of money out of this. Like, he probably, Kojo probably think, like, I deserve 50% of this shit.
What I would usually do is buy a beat, arrange it slightly differently, tweak it myself, add my own vocals, add my own layers and stuff like that. I find this banging beat, right? From a producer called KUJOBEATS, which I buy an unlimited license for. This is all very important to keep in mind for later on, right? I buy an unlimited license with
$99. Unlimited audio stream, distribute to unlimited copies, 1 music video used for music recording. All right, what's up? My man paid almost $100. Wait,
means that I am able to put it on all streaming platforms and get as many streams as I want, and all recording on platforms like YouTube, etc. Right? After I do this, I send my YouTube guy that I work with, and I send the publishing team an email just giving them a heads up, being like, yo guys, I bought this beat, they need to be registered correctly, content ID needs to be turned off. I'll put a clip of that. I'm putting screenshots of those messages here, just in case Kujo claims I never did this.
Hey guys, because Sick Boi was a licensed beat, I thought I'd send you guys this to make sure nothing will be breaching the contract. We'll need to turn content ID off when distributing the audio and visual, okay? He sent that to the team.
I did do
he
this.
Does look healthy.
I also went the extra mile and messaged the team and said, look, we need to credit him on Spotify credits and stuff like that as well, because sometimes artists don't always fully credit producers.
Because it's like, damn, you do good, people fuck with you, you do bad, people don't fuck with you. But then it's like, the people that understand the music, the meaning behind that song, they will understand that it has nothing to do with Ren. It has something to do with BeatStar, you know? It most likely have to do something with being a sample. Most of the time it's samples. Maybe the sample that he put out, he stole and then get it cleared. Most likely. Because what else could it be? If he paid for the beat, the only thing that could be is a sample song. So he's probably in legal problems. So now he probably want to sue Ren because Ren put it out without getting it cleared. But he brought the beat. Like, come on.
I think that I forgot to do it in the YouTube description for like the first month or two, and then I updated it, and then he was fully credited the whole time, right? That was just a lapse because there was a lot going on. I was in Canada treating and stuff. But anyway, he was credited fully, like very soon in everywhere, and as far as I was aware, registered everywhere. So I don't think anything of it, right? Also, in the BeatStars contract, it says very clearly that the person selling you the beat has to own the beat, and if there are any elements of the beat that he doesn't own, he has to let you know. This is very important to remember for what is to follow as well, right? So yeah, I think there's no problems. I buy the beat, I record a song. This is before things have blown up with my music, so I'm still pretty underground artist at this point. I record the track, put it out. I even get a message from him at some point, which is also important to remember because of the hypocrisy of this whole situation. Just like, wicked, I love the track. Okay? Remember that too. Before I begin, I just want to add this. I have no problem with BeatStars. I think they're a very innovative company who actually help people make art, which I'm very, very passionate about.
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely used to get beats off of BeatStar. And if this situation would have happened with me, I don't think I could have been a lot calm. I couldn't be calm like how Ren is calm in this situation. Like, I think I would be totally pissed the fuck off. Like, I would be so angry, bro, that it's like, yo, why are you taking my song down that means so much to me and others that could relate to me, my core fan base? This song is what really helped people. Sick Boi. You feel me? Kojo, you can't look to be like, yo, man, let me call you up and be like, yo, there's some problems legally going on. They're trying to get me for this, but now I'm about to get you. Pam, what's good, Pam? Appreciate you in that comment that you had on one of my videos. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good morning. Let's get it. We got 25 people in here. Double tap the screen to drop a like. Double tap the screen to drop a like. We live at work.
I think the contracts and the things you're getting into could be clearer, because we're now in a situation negotiating older tracks bought from BeatStars. I would love to talk to the if anyone from there is watching, I imagine they will be at some point. I would love to talk to the CEO, founder of BeatStars, face to face, just because I want to understand how something like this could have happened, and I want to understand why it escalated the way it did, because from what I've heard, he's someone who cares a lot about artists, and someone who creates a platform like that, I think, must be very passionate about music. I'd love to chat to you if you're listening, and I'd love to figure out why this happened and how we can stop things like this happening in the future. I also think that there needs to be a bit more stringent checks on if people are selling unlicensed samples, because then things tend to get a little bit sticky like they have here. Anyway, that's it. I have no problem.
Look, that's like me, right? For instance, say I'm making a beat, right? I get the beat done, but I take a sample from one of my favorite bands or one of my favorite groups, like let's say I stay like a what group could I say? Something from Tool, right? I take the Grudge, and I take a part of the Grudge and I sample that into a track. And then I'm like, yo, I'm about to sell this shit. And I go to Samson or Flaw or one of these people that rap. And I'm like, yo, you want my, or they want my track. They go through my BeatStar account. They see it. They like, yo, they brought it, whatever. We contact each other. We talk, da-da-da-da. In his head or their head, they believing that everything on there is clear. They just paid whatever amount of money that he just paid for this beat. They thinking, okay, it's clear. This is my shit, whatever. The royalties might not be that crazy. They might have to get them a 15% split. But then I find out that I'm getting sued from Tool because I put the sample in there, and I'm looking at it like, yo, I didn't barely get any fucking money from this shit. I'm about to go sue Flaw, or I'm gonna sue Samson. You feel me? That's how they looking at it. The boy Kojo, he gotta be a black dude.
BeatStars, because I'm not interested in going to war with them, because I think that it's really cool that there's a platform like that exists for artists and producers to be connected. Just thought I'd put that out there, make that clear. Right, so I arrive home from Canada after a year and a half long treatment of treating brain damage and autoimmunity, which a lot of people know if you've been following my journey. And I'm expecting a nice 2 weeks with my mates before I do my first ever solo show in 5 years because of my health. So I'm just like, I want a nice chill time. I want to be able to focus on rehearsing and stuff.
I feel him on
Very early on, I wake up to a message saying, yo, your song Sick Boi has been taken down. So I look at it, and sure enough, it's been copyright striked from this guy KUJOBEATS' channel. And initially I'm like, oh, this just must be some automatic fuck up. So like, a
copyright strike hit harder than a motherfucking copyright claim. A copyright claim is cool on the channel. Copyright strike, that's damaging. You gotta stay on there for a little while, like a couple of months, and you gotta watch what you're doing, because then if you get a second strike, you can't do stuff for like posts on their thing. You can't post videos. You can't go live for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, man. I can't imagine that shit, dog. So it's like when I do get it, it's like, yo, you got to be real careful what music and stuff you looking at, or what are you watching, or what are you saying in your videos.
Take it too seriously. I send them a message like, yo, there must have been a technical error or something here. No response for 2 days. So I'm like, what's going on? So I check his channel. And then I see a comment of that beat that he licensed me, and I see a comment that's like, Ren has left me no choice. I'm sorry that I had to do this. And I'm like, okay, so this was intentional. Like, what? Like, the last conversation I had with this guy was months ago, with him being like, yo, big up your work, it's sick. So I'm like super confused about it. So I send him another email like, dude, what's going on? Again, I get absolutely no response. So I put a comment in his YouTube comment section, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get hold of you. Why are you ignoring me? Like, I just want to resolve this amicably. What's going on? Finally, I get a response on Instagram. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put all of these responses in their full form so that there can be no doubt as to what happened. I'm just going to read out like the key moments and explain the key moments. But if anyone's like interested in deep diving, so there can be no doubt as to what's happened here, feel free to pause it.
It's crazy because I didn't go inside yet. Once I go inside to work, I'm gonna remember it's motherfucking Labor Day. Man, salute to all the ones, man, out there fighting for us every day, man. Yo, what's up, Captain Kirk? What's going on, bruh? You just checking out this situation going on with Ren right now, man. The BeatStar situation, crazy.
Kujo and his girlfriend, like I said, feel like I've left anything out. They are welcome to post it. I have nothing to hide about this situation. So he responds, and he tells me that he's been talking to my lawyer for months, which I have no idea about. I've been in Canada.
Okay.
And he seems like quite a nice guy initially, so I'm like, okay, maybe this has all just been a misunderstanding. I remember even saying to like Connor and I was like, this has probably just been a misunderstanding and something's gone wrong here. Don't worry. He seems like you're alright, dude. We will sort this out. But then after that little exchange, I noticed a comment in the YouTube comment section on his video saying that I'm lying about the situation, when I thought that we like on the same page here. So I pull him up on it, and he's like, oh no, I didn't say you were lying. When he clearly did. That should have been like the first red flag for me, but still giving him the benefit of the doubt, I was like, okay, maybe another misunderstanding. Anyway, so I contact my lawyer to find out what the hell's happening, because I'm in the dark about all of this situation. And he explains to me that I've been sold a beat with a stolen sample, with an unlicensed sample, and that the Bulgarian choir sample owners had chased him and gone, look, you've used this beat without permission, you've used this sample without permission, and so you need to give us 50% of the publishing split. Damn. And what my lawyer's done, because we were sold a beat in good faith and it wasn't actually cleared, he's reached out to Kujo and gone, look, I think you need to absorb this for selling this in bad faith, basically. And they've gone, no, we're not going to absorb that. And then it's escalated, and I think because my lawyer was being slightly slow with the responses, also keep in mind, I don't know any of this is happening right now.
Make sure y'all
to get my attention, they issue a copyright strike on the video, which affects my YouTube channel, by the way, and the video gets taken down as a form of leverage, which is a bizarre way of dealing with things, I think, because it would have been a good idea to contact me, maybe, like anyone first, if this was getting so like blown up. Like, maybe the lawyers, maybe Kujo could have actually reached out to me, the artist. Nobody did. So I found that a bit bizarre. Any fucking way. Then I read another comment that Kujo's posted, calling me a coward.
What the fuck?
To pay the royalties he's owed.
A coward. We could talk on Instagram, email you want. I've been negotiating with your lawyer for months without receiving any side effects or response. Yeah, he just want to get paid. Yeah, he just want to get paid.
I'm like,
he don't want to do his 9-to-5 job no longer.
That's also, in my head, the publishers are just paying him the money, and now the situation has to change until everyone agrees on it. But I wasn't even privy to that conversation about what a fair split should be yet. So I was like, what? I don't owe you. I don't owe this guy money. Like, there's no master splits on the BeatStars contracts, by the way. So all money that comes in to Kujo, which should be paid to Kujo, rightly so, comes from the publisher, which has nothing to do with me, by the way. I explained this so many times in this conversation, by the way, and he's adamant to say, probably short of like 50 times, pay me my money. I am nothing to do with his money, right? So it's a very bizarre thing to keep saying, but I try to explain that to him patiently. Never really takes it in. Anyway, he calls me a coward on this comment, so I pull him up on that. This actually starts to then rub me up a little bit. So I'm like, I pull him up on that. It's saying like, the hell, like, cowardly. Anyway, I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt at this point. Anyway, despite this, I feel like he's probably just misinformed. So I still take his side on it, and I go on to reassure him he'll get paid his publishing money, because I want him to get paid his publishing money.
Thank you
doesn't
for being
affect me in
open
any
and
way. So like,
respectful.
I was like, yeah, I'll chase it up for you. I let him know that I'm happy to split publishing if there's a bit of a grey area, and I'm kind of reassuring him. It's really important to remember this, by the way, guys, because some of the lies that are posted later make me out to be really unreasonable. So I'm like, yo, if there's some simple mistake, let's split the publishing. It's cool. I'm happy to do that.
Why Ren the one?
Anyway, so he comes back.
Why Ren the one really going hard, bro? Because he really love his fans and his supporters, bro. That's the crazy part about it, the whole thing, yo. Nobody understands that he's going hard for his fans. He's going hard because this is something that's not just a regular song. This is something that's actually making a difference in people's life, to let them have the motivation and courage to go out there and grow and be themselves throughout this pain, man.
Me and lies more. He says, it's always up to the performer to clear the sample. It's up to the producer, but unless there's been a conversation. But in this case, as you can see, we're willing to make concessions for you to get your fair share. So actually, it's me making the concessions here, because he's sold a stolen sample. Damn. And I'm like, you know what? You can still have some publishing split, right? So like, I'm actually being the one that's being quite reasonable here, and he's flipped on his head like, we'll be good to you, you know?
Yeah, see, because he knows.
I've done nothing wrong in this situation. Anyway, I was like, and then he says, I was under the impression you would have received a warning. I had no idea that the video would be completely taken down. Another lie, as you'll see soon. He and his lawyer agreed to take this video down as a form of leverage. It was our only possible negotiation tactic to get a response. Maybe message me. They're scratching their head. How can we get a response? Yeah. Okay, we'll take his video down, issue a copyright strike, which also I didn't actually violate.
If you can email and text this man about how you like the song or how y'all gonna work together in the future, you can text this man and be like, yo, I need to get this money. The lawyers or the legal people are after me. Whatever sample he used, they coming for me. Now they coming for me, bro. But you the one that put it out and it became this big. So now I need my share of the money, bro. So I don't care what you saying. I need it. I've been working my 9-to-5 job this whole time, bro. I'm tired of working. I deserve to get my big break. I'm watching you do this with my beat. Now they coming for me. I don't have anything. You put out the song. This is your name on it. I did the producing shit. You should have got it clear. So now he trying to say on his part, yo, you the artist, you supposed to get it cleared.
Contract. Not intentionally. So the only possible tactic, dude, message me, send me an email. Like, you've messaged me before to tell me that you love my work. So like, send me an email about this. Anyway, he says he also wants to wrap it up immediately and get the song back online. Another lie, as you will see later on, because he decides to stick to his guns and use the video as leverage. Anyway, the plot thickens. I get an email from their lawyer, and I'm not going to share it in case they start claiming I'm sharing things I'm not supposed to. But I get an email, and it says, on top of the publishing split, they want a £3,000 payment, right? They want a 15% retroactive split of the master, which has nothing to do with publishing, which means like 15% of everything the song has ever made since it came out. Retroactively, so since it's come out to this moment and then into the future, when I've paid for an unlimited sample, unlimited license beat, and with that you're talking money from record sales, you're talking money from streaming things, you're talking all of that when they haven't put any effort into promoting the song. He's made a beat and he's stolen part of the beat, and he wants 15% of everything the song has ever made for that, plus the £3,000 advance. Out of principle, I wasn't going to give him that. But because like, may have been slightly open to negotiations if they hadn't used the song as leverage and actually treated me like a decent person. I hadn't put like lies about the situation, right?
I got 30
but
more
nah,
minutes,
out of principle, I wasn't going to agree to that. And also to clarify, when I've been in rooms with producers and we've made a song from scratch, I've done a lot of like 50-50 splits, or I've done like 25-75, or with other collaborated artists, we just agree on a split that's like 50-50, 25. So, you know, like 15% isn't outrageous, right? What's outrageous is that they already sold it with an unlimited license right from the get-go. So you go into BeatStars thinking, I'm buying an unlimited license for this much money, right? And I was broke at the time when I bought that beat. So it's like, you go into the situation buying something, and then later on down the line, it can come back and sting you if they go, oh, this slight thing, well, we found a loophole here, which means that now you owe us all this money, right?
Damn.
So it's like, it was kind of unfair, because say you buy a painting off somebody for £10, then the price of it rises exponentially because maybe the painter dies or something, or he becomes really popular.
Motherfucker want that shit back.
You don't then just go back to the person you sold it to and go, oh, that painting's worth like 20 times more now, give me a bit more money for it, because the transaction's been done. And that's kind of how I felt about the BeatStars thing. It wasn't about me losing money, it was about the principle of like, we've stepped into this agreement, and I was in full faith thinking I was buying an unlimited sample, but that's unlimited license, sorry, but that's not actually what's happened, is it? Right? And it says that if I don't agree to this, they're within their right to claim 100% of the song because I have breached something in the contract. Right? Now,
chill, right? Don't tell me
this
that,
is what
bro.
I breached. Apparently, Content ID was turned on the track, okay, on YouTube. As you'll see from my earlier on in this video, I actually specifically requested Content ID was turned off, and my YouTube guide did turn it off.
Right.
There has been something to do with the distribution where somewhere along the line, even after I specifically requested this, it may have gotten turned on at some point, right? Where this doesn't actually make any money, which we've got proof of, because I actually let reactors, I let content creators monetize their own videos where they're reacting to my song.
That's another fucking reason why I love this dude right here, man. He understands that it's not just us wanting to be motherfucking are we just taking it just because we want the money? It's because we deserve a little bit too. We're doing our criticism. We're critiquing. We're letting them know what's good, what's bad about it. We're not just sitting here like other people that just be like. And then, all right, y'all. See y'all in the next video. We actually talking about it. We giving him good advice, and he takes in what he needs. You know, he don't have to listen to every single thing we saying. Like, oh yeah, no, this make me don't want to believe in this or believe in that. You feel me? So that's the good thing about him. I feel like this lady about to come over to me, so I might be in work mode to keep it 100 with y'all. But you're so welcome. Love you, Chara. Love you too, Pam. Thank you. Yeah, I think she about to come over here and ask me something right now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So I'm gonna keep this pause real quick for now. Good morning.
We need to do some groceries, like an hour, at least 1 hour and a half. Can we park over here?
Yeah.
We can do it. It's our truck, that one.
That's is that a Walmart truck?
No, it's not a Walmart.
I'm not. If it's not a Walmart truck, I can't say. So you have to go inside
And ask them.
Yeah.
So he can park here and I can go and ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know who else they might have coming in and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So let me tell him to park and go and ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
41 in here. What's good, y'all? I'm back. I knew that was about to happen.
Done this since the start because I believe that everyone should get paid. It helps promote me. I'm not losing out. Everyone's a winner. A rising tide lifts all ships, baby. So like I'm like, they're using this as leverage, but legally, thus is the world. They actually had something to lean on with that.
I gotta
so they
teach
were
y'all
like,
how to go live
look,
like this too.
If you don't agree to these terms, 15% retroactive master split, this share on publishing, and a £3,000 advance against the master, we're going to take 100% of what you own. At this point, I'm obviously pretty annoyed, which is pretty understandable, right? Yeah. Anyway, at this point, they've got my attention, so there's no reason they need to use the video for Sick Boi as leverage, right? So I give them a fair warning. I'm like, mate, if you don't put the video back up on Friday, I'm going to have to put a public post explaining why it's down. And I give him a fair warning, which is also important to remember, because later on he plays the victim, saying that I've put a post encouraging my fans to bully him, which I didn't. I gave him a fair warning about it. I never once encouraged them to bully him. I just needed to explain why my video was down, because this was proper stressing me out, and I feel like I didn't want to be silenced about the whole situation. But the time comes around, I put the post out, and I'm always still thinking for like a positive solution here. So I have like a brainwave of like, oh, I've got a brilliant solution, right? So I approach him and I'm like, dude, look, I know that things have got complicated here, but out of principle, I don't really want to budge on the master split for this thing, but I've got a much better idea, because a lot of my fan base are like now giving him, because I put the public post out, a lot of my fan base are giving him grief, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want this guy's life to get ruined because of this. Like, despite how frustrated it's made me, I didn't want this guy to get ruined. I didn't want him to get abused about it. I just wanted to get the song back. That was the thing. So like, I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, look, I thought of the thing.
Ren fans not in here right. No, they Ren fans in here right now. I ain't gonna lie. Ren fans in here right now. They just lurking. They waiting for me to probably say something that they not gonna like. Right now they probably like, I like what Rock saying right there. 49 people in here. Double tap the screen, drop a like, bro. Can we get to 20 likes on the live stream, bro? I'll appreciate that so much from y'all. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. I got few more minutes, like at least 20 minutes.
Because I am a man of principle, I didn't want to bend to threats and stuff about the song being claimed 100%. So I'm like, I've got a much better idea. Let's make a song, we'll split it 50-50 down the middle, master, publishing, everything, a song from scratch. Then if we do that way, it'll be like a fuck you to the industry. Yeah, I like that. You and me on a track. Yeah. You'll make way more money this way because it's 50-50. You'll also get my fan base on your side.
You get the fan base like Dada. You get the fan base on your side like King Dada. Yo, what's crazy is, it's so many people that believe that he wasn't going to be able to withstand a fan base. And I got to salute King Dada because he didn't give a fuck. He didn't hold back. I mean, he talked his shit. He went how he went. So salute to King Dada. But he definitely, bro, if Ren was telling me this, I'm saying yeah. Oh, God, I'm saying yeah, let's make a new song. Your fans going to fuck with me. And this shit probably gonna be a banger, and we go 50-50, but not 50-50 on the work that I did. Most of the work by myself, bro. Hell no. So what Kojo say?
It's gonna be a great thing, right? Because I'm always like, I want to look forward. I don't want to look backwards. I don't want to look at all these things that happened in the past. I'm like, this is actually gonna make him even more. And he rejected it. He turned it down, which I still think to this day is a bit of a silly move, given what happened.
It's a black man. It's a black man. Black men be greedy for this shit, man. Black men be too greedy. Y'all too fucking greedy.
And what happened next, but it's a shame, man. And if you're watching this, you really should have taken that. I'm sure you are watching it. You really should have taken that deal. It was brilliant. Not only would it set you up with way more money, which is obviously what you most care about in this situation, but it also got loads of my fans on your side, which would also set you up for all things that you release independently as well, and you'd have come out this looking good. Shame. I offered you that olive branch. I offered quite a few olive branches on numerous occasions, which you weren't interested in. Then after that, there's a post on Instagram saying that I've stolen samples from people, which is bizarre because I never have. So I send him a message being like, he said that a British artist has got in touch with him and been like, Ren steal samples, which is obviously complete made up bullshit, right? So I messaged him about that. I'm like, what samples have I stolen? The Vera Hall one that I just put out, totally cleared. We cleared that with publishing company because I actually don't steal my samples. And then any covers that I've done, they're just on YouTube. You're allowed to do that because there's a cover license on YouTube. So like, what are you talking about? To which he then just like ignores it, takes the post down, and then like and then just goes on some other fucking tangent. So it's like kind of grasping at straws here to make me look like the bad guy. So we arranged to have this call with the lawyers and Kujo, and I'm actually really excited to have the call because it's the first time I can talk to Kujo face to face, deal with this like grown-ups, like adults, so how did it go? And talk to each other. But it's not how it pans out. So we get on the call, and the first thing that happens is the lawyer just says,
Woody,
look, Ren, I think that you taking this public was very unprofessional. And I was like, hold on a second, I wasn't the person who took this public, first of all. Like, taking the video down is an aggressive move, and also I didn't take it public. First of all, Kujo was commenting countless things on his YouTube before I even made the comment, calling me a liar, a coward, a numb. So like, to say that I took this public, nah, I just responded to what happened and then explained to my fans while the song was down. Those posts are still up for everyone to see. All the posts on his comments are still.
Good morning from Arizona. Shout out to Arizona in the house, so man. Much love. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all double tapping that screen, man. Get more people in here. Have a good morning. Let everybody know where y'all from in the chat, man, as we watching this video. Let's get it. 60 people in here, man. Drop a like.
We got into it straight away with me like having to be like, I put it straight and everyone's like, okay, yeah.
In the live stream I ever had, man. Thank y'all. Cheeky. Morning from Florida. Morning from Australia in the house, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up in here, man. Checking this video out with me. Hope y'all having a good
The funniest thing about that call is Kujo was on it. He did not say a single word.
Germany up in here. What's good? How say your name? Brick Getter. Austria. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Market Chat. Love from DC. Got Pam in here.
even when I like addressed him with questions,
from the DC.
his lawyer would interject and go, I can answer that. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to talk to the person who's like, you know, like an adult. I want to talk to this person. And then my lawyer there's even a moment where my lawyer's like, look, I want to address this question to Kujo. Do you actually feel like this situation is fair? He says nothing, and the lawyer interjects again. So for that whole call, which, you know, took about half an hour, 40 minutes, he didn't say a single word. And I thought that was disrespectful, given the circumstances. He later claimed that it was because he doesn't legally know enough and it should be between the lawyers. But no, man, like, regardless of your legal knowledge, we can still have a conversation like adults. Like, I'm not here to try and like intimidate or anything like that. I want to talk to you like a grown-up,
and Ren in a battle.
And that didn't happen. I wasn't afforded that luxury. I was talking a fair bit on that call about how I felt about the situation and what I felt was right. And I also said on that call that I didn't think that a retroactive split was right, because of all the reasons I've mentioned. But it is what it is, man. And then we came off the call and I felt pretty let down by it. This is where the plot gets even more ridiculous, and I'm sorry this is a long video, guys, but this is mad and this is emotionally exhausting, this bit. So I read about
Mark says this gotta be fake. Oh, I'm running security down here in Denver, Arizona. Hey, yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be at that point. Shit, I wish I was out there in that beautiful weather every day, man. I know it get dry out there though. I know it get real dry out there.
A bunch of comments on Instagram from this person talking about the contract, saying things that aren't actually in the contract. I'm like, so I messaged him and be like, yo, by the way, you're misinformed. The contract actually doesn't state that it's on me to clear samples. Then I click on the profile, I realize that it's Kujo.
A few people in here that don't know Ren, I wanted to get to the song he just recently dropped, and then he got the Kojo beatdown coming. So you guys should subscribe right now so y'all can see the reaction. We're gonna be doing that in the house. We're not gonna be doing that in the car or work and all that, because I'm really supposed to be doing my job. Like, I don't really like doing that, but it's like, bro, I feel like I gotta put this out here. When it's time for me to get on live, it's like, yo, get on live. Like, there's no time to waste. Like, I learned how to do it, so why am I playing around? Love from Indiana, bro. We got Buddy Love in the live stream. What's good, Buddy Love? Thank you for pulling up,
girlfriend, man. So I immediately unsend all those messages, because to be honest, look, he was getting grief from my fans, and I think to myself, you know what? He needs someone supporting him, even though that he's been an arsehole. I don't want to like start messaging his girlfriend and shit, whatever. I'll leave her out of this. But she sees that I've unsent the messages and she instigates the conversation, says, have you done an oops?
I'm gonna be that fucking bad person on Ren's shoulder, like, Ren, fuck that. We gonna get him, bro. Drop a diss track or something, like, you mean? Do something.
We start chatting for a long time. We'll put those messages up so that you can read it. It actually ends up being, it seems to me, like it's like semi-amicable after a while of talking to each other. Like, you can pause this and read this if you want. It's like,
too much, Ren.
Basically the long and short of it is like, she feels like Kujo's been misrepresented and feels like it's a lot of the industry's fault, my lawyer's fault and stuff like that, which is kind of what Kujo feels like, right? She then threatens to break my kneecaps, which, even though it's a little bit out of pocket, you know me, I laugh about it. The thing that...
Leave him out of it. If you do, please, look. Or else I'm flying to London and breaking your kneecaps. I have nothing against Crescent, the producer's career. Yo,
me up about things like that is, if that had been the other way around, I never actually once got violent about this situation. If that had been the other way around, they would have been like, Ren's such a violent... Later on, they would have been like, Ren's such a violent person, or using bully tactics, because they've spoken about like how I'm using bully tactics by simply talking about the situation publicly, transparently. She also gaslights me by saying, you know, like, imagine what would have happened if he had mental health issues. I have a very long list of mental health issues. I am the person with mental health issues.
You're
not considering what it does to my mental health, are you? When you take down a song that means that much to me, a song that I've poured into, that I'm exposing a part of me that's very vulnerable about my health journey. Like, you're not considering that, are you? All I've done is post publicly about the situation. I've never told anybody to send you guys abuse or anything like that. And actually, if anybody's watching this right now, for clarity, even though I am very annoyed about the situation, I don't want anyone to send them abuse. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm annoyed about the situation, but it's done now.
That's the crazy thing. She just wanted to say that so that you could get under his skin, to make him mad. But you can see how humble he is, how he doesn't let words just make him be like, you know what, you come down here and do that. You mean, oh, I'm not from here. Like, that's what I like about him. Like, he's going to still keep that level head. Me, I would have been already crashed out. He killed Dada with kindness. Yeah, he killed him. He destroyed him with kindness and still helped his career. You know, that's what I do like about him. I can't do that. I would be kind of mad, like, damn, Dada really got a lot of people in here. But then it helped me understand after I watched the rest of that Kingdom Come. It made me think like, yo, I can't think like that no more. Like, I got to start to think more positive. What's the outcome? That's why I still subscribe to Dada nowadays. I still go to his lives. He got the series past the aux. Trust me, I be seeing it. But it's still about the way he went. I didn't like. That's my principles I stand on. You know what I'm saying? He went at it on some like bully type tip. He wanted everything Ren got. You know? It don't always work like that. He lucky Ren was a nice dude.
The song's down, it's gone. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm not trying to ruin somebody's life over this.
Can be likers
I'll
too.
have my own form of revenge, as you'll see at the end of this video. But
thank you.
I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life over this. So like, if they say to me that I'm trying to incentivize stuff like that, I'm not, guys. I don't want you to go and abuse them, right? But it is up to me to talk about this situation fairly. So like, we seem to make some middle ground. She's even talking to me about like her ADHD and knows that I've got ADHD and like, you know, maybe we've just got. And so I'm like, you know what? She seems pretty level-headed, right? So like, cool. You know what? Maybe these guys are. It's just a big misunderstanding, and we can figure a way to amicably sort this out. And I say to her, look, yeah, I'm happy to split the publishing, but I don't really want to split the master out of principle because I bought this, right? You know, but then at this point I start being like, you know what, maybe I'll split some of the master for the future stuff just to get this out of the way, even though I don't believe I should because they've stolen the beat with a stolen sample. I'm like, if this just gets this over the line, I'm happy to split the future master. I even say that in the email thread to the lawyers and stuff, right? So I'm conceding a little bit here because I just want this situation done with. We end on a good note in this conversation, then the next morning I wake up to posts from her all over my Reddit lying about the contract, and then I see a comment on Anthony Ray's video where he's talking about the situation from her, saying this is what the contract says, and she made up she wrote a whole passage that wasn't even in our contract. It was completely made up. So after her being super nice to me behind the scenes in this conversation and feeling like I wake up to read this and I'm like, I start losing my mind because I'm like, these guys, they're like, they pretend they're on my side and then it's just like they publicly post all this stuff. So I'm like, I put her up on it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, first of all, this is defamation. You can't be out here like making up stuff that's not even in the contract, yo. So she's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Right, so next I find a bunch of messages on Reddit from Kujo's girlfriend lying about the contract, which I'm going to put up here, which is actually very illegal, by the way. No, I won't be pressing charges over it. I just want to get this situation out of the way, but
Cuz don't know how to keep his chick on a leash. What's wrong with him? What type of time is he on? Looks like away, not sure of the spelling. What the fuck? Yo, she definitely a ratchet.
So I'm just going to put all these up for you to pause and read if you want to.
Sway,
it's ridiculous, basically.
Who's Sway, me? Or
she also says that I was obviously upset, so I wasn't the most cooperative. As you guys, if you skip back in this video, you'll see I was extremely cooperative when I found out what was going on. I was being very amicable when I was trying to offer Kujo solutions and being amazingly supportive and sympathetic.
Scotty,
I refuse to fully acknowledge that a mistake on my end.
Like Sway in the morning, I'm done. The guy from MTV. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look him up later. This look very much like a damn shakedown at this point. Yeah, they trying to get something out of him, blackmailing his ass.
Causing Kujo not to get paid was at the heart of all of this. It wasn't a stolen sample was the heart of all of this. Yes, the publishers, right, failed to correctly register Kujo, which wasn't anything to do with me. They've now remedied that and there'll be a back payment for whatever percentage we end up on. No money's been lost here, right? That is something that was the publisher's fault, which I was very annoyed about, which I actually sent a message to the publishers about, explaining how annoyed I was about that situation, fighting for Kujo in that, when I didn't have to in that, like, I haven't stolen this man's money. I haven't taken a penny of this man's money. The publisher was at fault for not registering it properly, and they're resolving that, and then he'll get his money from the publisher. I don't want a penny of that. I don't care about that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. He deserves a bit of money for making that part of the beat. Sure, he shouldn't have stolen a sample and sold it to me. Theoretically, he could have all of his publishing taken away, but even after all of this, I still agreed to give him a bit of a publishing split, just to shut him up, man. So it's like, I could have been even more petty and dug my feet in there, but I just want this situation over with. So the song's down.
Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate that, man.
The funniest comment that I'm going to end this on, because this is going to be some album artwork, by the way. Single artwork, sorry. This is the next announcement. He goes, alright, peace. Your music sucks, by the way.
What? This gotta be a black dude. It just gives me this vibe of somebody that's just on the same type style Ken Gada was on.
Which is really funny, considering, you know, the message earlier where he told me that it was an honor, or it was like, it was really good to work with me.
They didn't expect.
Funny.
They didn't expect Ren to air out the laundry by exposing their private messages. Exactly. See, you gotta expect the unexpected. Just because he's a good dude, don't mean he's not gonna sit up here and let you walk all over him. He's gonna do it in a nice way.
Funny. But yeah, sure, my music sucks, brother. Cool.
It sucks, but you want money.
The single artwork.
But you want the money.
Which leads me to my last point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm releasing a song about this whole situation, and it's dedicated to Kujo. And it's coming out next week. Yeah! It's coming out a week today.
Let's go!
It's called Kujo Beatdown.
Let's go! Beatdown.
And I love it.
Let's go!
We made an amazing video for it. I made a beat. By the way, the beat has no unlicensed samples in it. I made the whole thing myself. I wrote all the lyrics myself. All the beats are mine. And that'll be going up on YouTube and Spotify next week. I'll also be recreating Sick Boi, because those lyrics and that arrangement is mine.
Yo, let's
so
go,
for
Ren.
The anniversary of Sick Boi, the album,
that's the guy you
will be getting Sick Boi, the beat,
remade,
bigger and better than ever, without Kujo's input on it.
You gotta get through those.
So look forward to that as well.
Go.
And then there's also
more news.
A third song dropping. There's a little bit more positive. Next week's song is angry, alright? I'm just going to warn you there. And before Kujo and his, like, before they start complaining about blah blah blah, artistic license here, you know what? I've said my piece. I'm not interested in ruining your life, bro, but I felt like I needed to get it out somehow, and so I got it out somehow. And I hope you're watching this, man, and I hope you enjoy the song, because it's dedicated to you, baby. Anyway, guys, I know that this was a long video, but I wanted there to be no doubt as to where everything stood in this situation, and why you don't have a song that means so much to so many people and means so much to me. But there will be a revamped version of that song coming very soon, guys. And if you've made it this far, thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
Sincerely.
We love you,
I hope there can be no doubt as to this
we want you
situation.
To win.
Thank you.
Alright, let me check out this real quick. Listen to this. I'm not gonna do an official reaction. We're not gonna do the official reaction. I'm gonna just listen and I gotta go in. Oh, the end of what I was watching? Did I miss it?
Sick boy, allopathic, script boy, pathogenic, schizophrenic, call it medic, quick boy, quick boy, just wanna scratch the itch boy, agoraphobic, multi-pulses on it, I'm that sick boy, nothing to
really
lose, nothing to win, not to
yeah, did I miss something? Hold on.
This is a video that I never, ever really wanted to have to make, but it's very important for me that I do.
I don't got the...
All the time, why you don't have a song.
Account. I'm not on the official video.
This is a video that I never, ever... Anyway, guys, I know that this was a long video, but I wanted there to be no doubt as to where everything stood in this situation, and why you don't have a song that means so much to so many people and means so much to me. But there will be a revamped version of that song coming very soon, guys. And if you've made it this far, thank you. Sincerely. And I hope there can be no doubt as to this situation.
Just last couple of seconds. All right. Let's go. He gonna snap. He gonna snap.
And grow until they blinded the boy, he decomposed. And if you read between the lines of his story, you will know that is method to his madness, prerequisite for his sadness. For there must be catalysts which exist to explain his
can't wait to react and break this shit down,
his panic was formed in fragments that happened from lack of passion, attacking his hippocampus. Back to the story where the story begins. There was
iPhone, T-Mobile. Drop the Ren links in there for
the boy.
my guy
He was
Ren,
confused by the world that he lived in. A world where profit is religion and to knock it is sin. A world where profit spread the word of putting profit over kids. Sink or swim, blood is thicker than money and dividends. He grew thick skin. See it for what it is, resist and take a hit on the chin. Anti-capitalist, a rationalist, a war. It shall begin. On the greedy who mislead the people, it starts from within. Are you in it to win, or are you in it for a purpose that exists outside your skin? When you're in it, is it worthless to
fire, 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 y'all. This was an amazing stream. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. 90s Made, what's up, girl? You late to the party. We had it jumping there like 60 people are highs. Drop a like, y'all. Double tap that screen. We're gonna start to go live a little bit more. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Thank you guys for pulling up to the stream. This was a good one. We had to get this off and understand what's going on with the situation. Definitely Scotty. I gotta get into it, so you know I would do that, man. Thank you guys, Miss Mama, Pam. Thank you guys for holding it down. Pam, you deserve a wrench. Scotty, my guy. Make sure you remind me as much as you can, bro, because I do be forgetting. But we need something to react to this week, so we got a couple of things we gonna check out. So appreciate y'all, man. Drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it if y'all did. You already know what it is. Until next time, we out. Much love.